Welcome back to Breslov campus. Regarding the greatness of the 3 meals of Shabbat, the Gemara stresses how important it is to eat not 1 meal on Shabbat, not 2 meals, but 3 meals. Yes, to wash your hands 3 times and not to skip them, which many people have a tendency to do because they're so heavy and full that they don't have room to eat the other meal, especially the 3rd meal always by a lot of people gets pushed off. And the Gemara makes such an influence and what's the word? An importance in why it's so important to eat all 3 meals. The Gemara says, by eating the Friday night meal, a Jew is saved from the birth pangs of Mashiach, Chevlei Mashiach. By eating the Shabbos day morning meal, you're saved from the Gehinnom, hell. And by the 3rd meal, a person is saved from the war of Gog and Magog. Now, Rabbi Nachman, he also gives 3 reasons why what a person benefits by eating on Shabbat, and you can see that these 3 reasons are connected to the 3 reasons of the rabbis in the Gemara. Rabbi Nachman says that by eating on Shabbat, a Jew is able to discern when receiving or being involved in conflict and strife, if the strife he's being faced with comes from wicked people or from tzaddikim. And number 2, how to properly deal with strife. Rabbi Nachman teaches eating on Shabbat gives a person that ability to be able to know how to deal properly with strife. That's the strength to do so, and also to discern if the strife is coming from holy people, in which case it's only a test, or if it's coming from wicked people, in which case a person has to know what to do. This corresponds to the Friday night meal, because as Rashi says that a person is saved from the birth pangs of Mashiach. What are the birth pangs of Mashiach? Rashi explains in the Gemara there, the birth pangs is that before Mashiach comes, there'll be a lot of strife between Torah scholars, Torah sages, kategoria ben talmidei chachamim. So by eating the Friday night meal, a person is saved from the strife, from getting involved, getting caught up and weighed down because of the strife. That's the Friday night meal, Rabbi Nachman's teaching, to be saved from strife. Number 2, Rabbi Nachman says that eating on Shabbat helps rectify any desecration of Shabbat. The term in Hebrew for desecration of Shabbat is chilul Shabbat. The word chilul, Rabbi Nachman says, is related to a corpse, halal. The word halal that appears in the Torah by the laws of the egla rufa. When you find a dead corpse and no one knows who killed him, so there's a certain procedure of killing a certain type of a young cow, a young calf. It's called the egla rufa, and there the term is halal, a corpse. So Rabbi Nachman teaches that God forbid when a person desecrates Shabbat, it's as if he's killing Shabbat. He's killing it. And the rectification Rabbi Nachman teaches is eating on Shabbat. That's how powerful eating on Shabbat is. That a person accidentally, unintentionally, or whatever it was, he desecrated Shabbat. His hope to get back on track is to eat on Shabbat. So this is the opposite of Gehinnom, because Gehinnom is when a person is dead and a person is a corpse, a person is finished. So Shabbat eating saves a person from Chilul Shabbat, which is the morning meal of being saved from Gehinnom. Now the 3rd meal, which is to be saved from Gog and Magog, Rav Nosson explains that Rabbi Nachman hinted that the war of Gog and Magog will not be a physical war. Rather, it is already the spiritual war of atheism that we're in already. When we see so many Jews off the path, so many Jews intermarried, so many people not connected, and even those people are religious, but they just get out of it. They feel such futility in their devotions, which are feelings and thoughts of atheism, that a person feels that Hashem doesn't listen to me, Hashem doesn't need me, Hashem doesn't want me, Hashem has no concern for my davening and my mitzvot. Why should I waste my time, God forbid, doing mitzvot? This is the war of Gog and Magog. And Rabbi Nachman teaches that the power of Shabbat is to take the little strides that a person does in his efforts during the week to come close to Hashem. Shabbat eating takes these little strides and makes them into giant pathways, and thus giving a person a feeling that my little tiny devotion of Hashem has value. That's one thing Rabbi Nachman says. Rav Nosson, he expands that idea that the pathways revealed to the tzaddikim, because the world is not paying attention to the tzaddikim. The world is more interested in running after money, having a comfortable life, having a good in this world, etc. And very few people are interested in trying to really serve Hashem. And even of those few people, not everyone has the merit to find the right path. So Shabbat eating also widens the pathways revealed of the tzaddikim. And this is mastered by eating the third meal of Shabbat. And in this we see a connection directly of Rabbi Nachman's teachings of what Shabbat eating does to a person, to what the Gemara explains what a person is saved from by eating the 3 meals of Shabbat.